American democracy is in a very, very serious crisis at the moment.
The illusion created by American democracy has been repeatedly shattered in 2021. On January 6, pro-Trump protesters stormed the Capitol Hill to obstruct Congress confirmation of the 2020 election results. The protest, later deemed an insurrection, left 5 people dead and 140 injured.
The chaotic and disruptive situation described by police as the greatest breach of the U.S. Capitol since the War of 1812 forced an hours-long lockdown on the historical building complex.
The political stability of the United States today is not a paradigm, it's not a model.
Early this year, the U.S. state of Texas was hit hard by a terrifying blizzard. Millions of residents struggled with outages of power and water for days.
Besides the severe weather, lack of preparedness, weak leadership, and isolated power grid are some of the reasons.
The widespread disaster showed the failure of its basic infrastructure.
In March, a shooting spree in Atlanta killed 8 people, including 6 Asians. It once again mirrored the nation's wide-ranging racial discrimination.
We've had enough of this racism from Black Lives Matter to now.
Government's never going to do enough. That's the problem. You know, it's a system set up by white people for white people.
Money-tainted politics in the U.S. distorted and suppressed public opinion, turning elections into a one-man show of the wealthy class. According to an analysis by the Brennan Center for Justice at New York University, dark money groups poured more than $750 million into 2020 elections through ad spending and record-breaking contributions to political committees such as super political action committees.
It takes such a tremendous amount of money to run an election and to win an election. Everybody is catering to the moneyed interests who have their own interests in policy.
At the end of 2021, a sham democracy show was staged in Washington. U.S. President Joe Biden hosted a so-called Summit for Democracy on December 9-10, which comprises only about half of the United Nations member states.
Creating some kind of divided line is a very dangerous game, I believe.
The real issue is geopolitics. They are trying to rebuild, of course, a kind of hegemonic system.
Democracy is never meant to test the same like Coca-Cola world offer. So the US is trying to do the impossible, to make everyone live and believe and think their style, which is not possible. So equally as we don't believe in the US democracy.